I am going to make a variety of edits to this image of Michelle. First of all, let's point out some of the things that catch my eye, and no doubt some other things will come along. But obviously, as you can see, she is laying out on a table here. And if you're curious, I bought that at my local discount club. It's called Sam's Club. And I was thinking about buying another wood top table. I'm glad I didn't. These plastic ones now are much stronger, much lighter, and they're white. So look at the beautiful reflections that come off of this. Actually, I have a piece of plexiglass under her that helps the reflection. If this were that ugly wood, I'd be concerned that it would break, and it would be heavy, and it would be ugly below her. So this is highly recommended if you're looking to buy a table. So as I see things here, obviously we've got one of the strobe reflectors here in the way, and some junk under the table. We'll get rid of all that stuff, and I would, normally airbrush out part of this scrim here, but that's going to go away because I'm going to crop up to the table. I will have to do something with this. Her toes are a little too red for this outfit. I'm going to dim those back. Let's see if we go up here. I'm wondering about that heel, but I'll probably leave that alone. I might take out just a little bit of that ankle back there, a little bunched up of her stocking. And as we come up here and check out the rest of beautiful Michelle, I think I'd leave the rest of it alone. This stuff actually looks kind of blurry. It's just the way that bodysuit stretches. I'm going to leave that alone. And then she's got a ring that she normally wears on this finger. I am going to try to clean up that ring indent just a little bit. And I don't see anything else that jumps out at me, but we'll see what we do next. I do want to make a note. If you see this, notice that this bottom of this image is at an angle. I'm actually going to zoom out just a little bit. I'm going to double click this image size down here and choose 22% and hit enter. So you can see the bottom of the image is not parallel to the bottom of the canvas in Photoshop, and the reason for that is I already rotated this image a little bit. It was off by about 3 degrees. So I went up to, let's see here, I went up to image, and I chose rotate canvas, and I actually rotated using the arbitrary feature, and I started out by rotating 2 degrees, I think, and that was not quite enough, so I rotated another half a degree. And so the way that I check to see whether these things are rotated or whether they're parallel with the ground or not is I just get some kind of a reference point. In this case, I'll just go over here and get the crop tool, and then what I do is I just come down here and I just operate that tool, and I just look at the marching ants and see if the edge of the table, for instance, is parallel with the floor, and it is. It's acceptable to me, so I'm happy with that, so I'm going to use that. And so then I'm going to go up here and say no, I don't want to actually crop this by clicking this little no, don't do it button. Okay, let's get started. Now obviously I am using Photoshop version CS3. Most of these techniques work no matter which version of Photoshop you have, and I will try to call out when I know of a difference. But Photoshop version 6, 7, 8, 9, or CS, CS1, CS2, CS3, most of these things are very, very similar. Even in Photoshop Elements, a lot of it is similar. Okay, so let's see. First thing what I would recommend is major things that affect the overall image. Get those taken care of before you make smaller adjustments, because you'll regret making small adjustments first and then major ones later, because you'll have to go back and redo your small ones again. So what I consider a large adjustment was rotating this image. You can see again it's off here and it's off here as far as the image relative to the canvas, but the image of the girl parallel to the floor is now straight. So that's one of the first things that I watch for. Another thing that I would watch for is color balance and focus. Focus, I tweak that a little bit depending on the size of the image. This one's going to stay at the size that it currently is because she might make a poster out of this. So I would adjust my focus here too, my sharpness. So that, and then cropping, those are some of the biggest ones that I look for straight away. So I've straightened the image. Another thing I'm going to do is crop it, because I'm looking at this thing and going, oh boy, that thing's got to leave. But if I crop this image up, that might go away and I might not have to do anything to it. So let's find out. First thing I'm going to do is just crop the bottom of this table out. So I have my cropping tool, and I'm come down here, and then I am just starting at the top left corner, and then I'm just going to crop it here, so only you and I will know our little secret. that she's on a table and not on the floor. I'm going to pull that down just a little bit and deal with the edge later. Hit my enter key to accept that. Look at that. Looks like she's on a real surface now, doesn't it?